Have you ever heard of a man so generous, so kind, that he gave away his food, his land, and even his heart to the people, only for his kindness to destroy his own family? In the great kingdom of Banana Island, there once lived a king known for his generosity. He was a man who never let anyone go hungry, who built wells for water, who gave his people land to farm freely. But despite his greatness, he carried one deep sorrow. He had no child to inherit his throne. After years of waiting, the king decided to adopt a boy, a humble child from a poor family. The boy was brought into the palace, dressed in royal clothes, fed at the royal table, and educated like a prince. He was quiet, respectful, and always smiled at the king. The people loved him, but fate had more in store for the king. Years later, his prayers were answered. His queen gave birth not to one child, but to twin sons. The palace erupted with joy, and the kingdom celebrated for 7 days and 7 nights. Yet inside the heart of the adopted son, jealousy burned like fire. He smiled on the outside, but inside he was plotting. The twins grew differently. The elder twin, Michael, was calm, kind, and thoughtful. The younger twin, Kenneth, was hot-tempered, proud, and quick to fight over even the smallest things. They fought constantly, over toys, over servants, even over who should sit closer to their father at meals. Their fights grew louder as they became young men. The king became troubled. "How can these boys lead my people when they cannot even lead themselves?" he asked. Little did he know. The one feeding their hatred was the boy he had once saved, the adopted son, Tomas. He whispered lies to Michael about Kenneth, and to Kenneth about Michael. Soon the brothers could not stand each other, and they both turned to Tomas for advice, never knowing he was the snake poisoning their bond. One day, after seeing his sons fight once again, the king shook his head in despair. He gathered the royal council and declared, "When my time comes, Tomas, my adopted son shall be my successor, for he is the only one who has shown wisdom and peace in this palace." The kingdom gasped. The twins boiled with rage. But Tomas bowed low, hiding the wicked smile that almost escaped his lips. His plan was working. Not long after the announcement, the twins fought again, this time inside the palace throne room. The king rushed to separate them, but in their anger, they shoved him. The old man fell hard, his head striking the stone floor. Silence filled the hall. The king never rose again. According to the king's last decree, Tomas was crowned the new king. But his mask of humility fell the moment the crown touched his head. He became arrogant, cruel, and merciless. "The twins are banished," he roared. "Never shall they set foot in this kingdom again." The guards dragged Michael and Kenneth outside the gates. The people wept, but none could challenge Tomas. In exile, the twins wandered until they reached another village. Tired and broken, they began to speak. They reflected on their father's death, on their endless fights, and for the first time, they listened to each other. It was then that Michael realized, "Brother, Tomas wanted us to fight. He tricked us. He divided us to steal the throne." Kenneth clenched his fists. "Then let us unite, not as enemies, but as brothers, and take back what belongs to us. Let us expose Tomas for the traitor he is." The twins made a pact, swearing under the moonlight to return stronger, wiser, and united. And so, the seeds of revenge were planted. But when the twins return, will they succeed in taking back the throne? Or will Tomas's cunning destroy them once more? The story has only just begun.